Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Crafty Jojo and today I want to show you how I create these cute little gift baskets with just one piece of 12 by 12 inch designer paper. And as you can see, they are really sturdy, they're quite big, and your designer paper ideally has prints on both sides because that will look much nicer. So all you need is a bit of glue, a bone folder and a piece of double-sided DSP. So I'm going for this one today, which is a very good quality paper. It's Stampin' Up! From a couple of years ago. This is a leftover and it's 12 by 12. And what you're going to do is you start by folding it in half. And you try to be as precise as possible when folding. And you fold it again on the other side as well in half, like so. And then you want to fold it diagonally, and because my paper that I'm using here is really thick, I'm going to, in order to make sure that I really hit these corners here right, I'm going to pinch I'm just basically aligning this and pinch this, and I do this on the other side before I ease the paper into the crease. So here we go, pinch it and then align it. Then I usually press down in the middle and gently ease my paper into my corners. And we do this on the other side as well. So we've done the first diagonal and we're going to do both sides. So the second one as well, same procedure. You want to pre-score, so to say. I'm just going to pinch this here. And I'm going to pinch this here to make sure that this is as precise as possible, because the more precise my creases are, and as I speak I'm doing a wonky one, the better the result will be. So here we go, take your time with the folding, there's no need to rush. So now we have basically 4 folds in it, 2 diagonals and 2 straight ones. Now what you're going to do is you lay the paper out in front of you. And you're going to take it this side and fold it up. I put my finger in the middle here, fold it in half, and then bring this back up onto itself, and the diagonal folds. And then I'm twisting it, 90 degrees twist. So this is what you have at this point. Just make sure everything is nice and aligned. I put my finger in the center here and I bring this side down. And then use my diagonal crease here to help me put it into this shape. So this is what we have at this point. And you want to just go over your score lines again. And the open ends are pointing towards you. So what you're going to do is you pick up this right side here and fold it towards the center, but stay shy, like a millimeter shy of the center line when your paper is as thick as mine, because otherwise you will not be able to do the next step. So a millimeter shy of the middle line is perfectly fine. And I'm doing this other side as well. So you pick it up, you bring it over, and you try to fold it as close to the middle line as possible, but leave a tiny gap, because otherwise the next step is impossible to execute. All right, so this is what we have at this point, and we flip it over and we do this on the other side as well, and again towards the middle line, but slightly shy. So again, as I said, take your time with the folding process, because this is the prerequisite for a really nice finish. So I'm going to do the opposing side again. I'm really happy with this side, but I'm not happy with this side because I have stayed shy 2 millimeters and 2 is too much. So this is, oh, that was hard. Okay, so this is what we have at this time. So you have these, doesn't matter which side you start. So you lay this out in front of you, you open this one up, and then you open this and I'm using my bone folder here to open that all the way up. This fold line needs to be aligned with this. So when you bring it down, make sure that it's perfectly aligned. Really important. And you do this on this side as well. So we open up and align it. So this is what we have. You flip it over. We do the same on this side. You open it up and make sure that this is perfectly aligned. Okay, here we go. And if the paper is too thick, use your bone folder to help it open up so you can do your folds. Right, now this is what we have, and what you're going to do is you take your left side, and that's why you needed the millimeter shy, and then you flip it over, and again you take your left side and fold it over to the right. So now this is what it looks like, and I don't know if you can see it, you have already some crease lines here, and these are the ones that you're going to fold back on itself here. Use your fingers or your bone folder, whatever you prefer. Flip it over, bring the other two sides in as well, like so. And this is what you have at this point. And this is how it should actually be sitting in front of you. So the next bit is I'm going to fold this tail here. You see this point here and this point here. So I'm going to fold it up, making sure that I hit those points, and then I'm just going to fold this downwards a bit, and then fold this over and slide it behind as good as I can. It's a bit fiddly when the paper is thick as mine is, but you will get there eventually. And if you don't, you have to fiddle till you do, just like I do now. I'm not happy with this fold here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually fold this further over, and then, because it was a bit too long, so now that it's shorter, it's easier to fold behind, but I will probably need a tiny wee bit of glue now to keep it in place, so better be safe than sorry. So I'm just going to put a bit, I need to close this up, otherwise it'll be dry in no time, and then I can't squeeze my bottle, or I can squeeze my bottle as hard as I want, nothing happens. Flip over, do the same. So bend up your tail, make sure that you hit these two corners here, all the way up, nice and straight. There's a fold line here that should hit there, so that is nice and straight. Then I fold this in half, and then I bring it back up, and then I sort of work it to fold over and go behind here. And again, because I have a relative short piece that's tucked behind there, and the paper, the cardstock is thick, I'm just adding, is there any glue? Yes, adding some of my glue. Just hold it down for a wee bit, and this is what we have at this point. So now we are going to turn it upside down, so the tails here up, the pointy bit is up, and this bit here, we have these two corners. We are going to fold this up, align with the center line, and give it a crease. Bring it back down, flip it over, do the same on the other side, fold it up, make sure that it's nice and centered and doesn't point to the left or to the right. Give it a crease here and open up again. Now at this point you should carefully, and I mean carefully, push this open. So my paper is thick, so don't worry about your folds coming undone. They will go back in place once you have opened up your box. Right, so you can see that this is really sturdy paper. If you have softer paper, it'll be much easier, but here we go. and I tend to add a bit of glue behind here so that these flaps stay closed. So, oh, it has dried up already again. As much as I like these little bottles, they clog up so easily. So a little bit of glue here and fold this down, and a little bit of glue there, already blocked again. Right, you see me struggling at this point. If I was on my own, I would need to stop recording, but I'm going to control my words. So I'm just going to put this down here, press it down, and whilst I'm pressing it down there, I'm trying to squeeze. I'm giving up with this bottle, but this one is almost empty, so it will take a while before anything will appear. Testing my patience. Nothing is coming. Oh, and then it's coming too much. Oh dear, didn't need that much. Right, anyway, same procedure. Press it down, and that's all the glue you need, because that's it. So this is the shape you now have, and in order to form the little bridge here, all I do is I take my bone folder and I ease it, I make it slightly round, rounding it like so, and then I'm just going to align it. You could technically add a bit of glue, but I just took my hole punch, which is this one here. I'm just going to, whoopsie daisy, wrong way around, just going to aim for here, and then I'm going to thread my ribbon. I have a very thin ribbon, this little thin ribbon. I thread through the two and close it, and then make a bigger bow and just pop it on top. But if you do not have any of these and you don't know how to make a hole there, just glue it and then make a bow and glue the bow on, or tie the bow carefully around it. But that is basically it. So this is the shape, and then what you can do, because this I can't see, I need to get this needle in here. Right, so these little pockets here where I've put my foliage, can you see it? These little pockets, they are here, so you can actually insert whatever you want, like money, flowers, sweets. So you have 4 little pockets on either side. You have 2, and that's basically it. And then you can fill it up with this. If you look inside, can you see this? It's difficult to see. So it's quite big. Let me measure it again. It's 5 by 5 inches, so the bottom is rather large, and this is such a cute little box. And it's so easy to make. And if you have any designer paper left over that's not enough for a big project like an album or whatever you like to craft, or to decorate a box with it, just use it and make these little baskets. They are great. I'm going to have a few like ready-made, because there's always an occasion where you actually quickly need a tiny little wee bit. And also these are great gifts for teachers, by the way. You could fill them at the end of the year. You could fill them with treats and give to your teacher, nicely decorated. You could stamp sentiments and add them here. This one basically screams for a few more decorations, or a sentiment stuck on there. You can just make a little label, stamp your sentiment on it and stick it to there. So the possibilities are endless, and I think this is a really cute idea. And I hope you have enjoyed this little tutorial and seen my struggles with my glue bottles. I need to sort my glue bottles out. But thank you so much for tuning in, and please don't forget to subscribe. The little button at the bottom right there is waiting for you to press it. And yeah, hope to see you soon again. Thank you so much, and have a nice day. Bye bye.